Alrighty. We're back on the Ratline after I was away for the weekend. Once again, this is a detective thriller game where you catch, let's say, the bad guys from World War II that escaped. It takes place in the 1970s. I'm a detective in New York named Saul Perlman, and I've been catching them pretty successfully so far. I don't know what happens after I catch them because I'm not a cop. I'm not going out with a gun and arresting them. I still don't know much about these mysterious people contacting me. Yeah, every time I jump back on this game, I always want to just have a quick look back at what's going on across the cases that I've done. We still haven't really tied this back to Bishop Tura, the Hungarian bishop that we saw was killed at the beginning of the game. We had a newspaper article about him. This guy, the people who are contacting me and feeding me information about these Nazis that I'm catching, said, "Oh, we encountered Bishop Tura on the night he died. The killer is at large." They say that like there's a problem with the killer. I don't really know what the twist is going to be here, because I think the people I'm catching are bad guys, but apparently they're not getting arrested. Apparently they're what is this? Yeah, we've got high-ranking Nazi officers. So the guys in Argentina. I think these people did get killed, because I remember there's a clue where someone's like, "Oh yeah, I went to see my dentist friend," and there's this Nazi that's, yeah, he's disguised as I guess he is a dentist. He's doing dental work. And he's like, "Yeah, I haven't seen my dentist in a while. Apparently no one's seen him in a while." So he went missing. And these guys said, "Yeah, we went to eliminate them." And that was a while ago, so I guess they did eliminate that guy. But then I think it says somewhere else, I think my character gets upset and says, like, "I'm done." And then they're like, "Oh, we're going to get you." Where do I say it? No, it wasn't here. Is there not another phone call that's like... These are all transcripts of phone calls. Is it somehow not in here? I'm not sure where it was, the phone call that I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure they threatened me at some point. Anyway, I think there's one other thing that I wanted to check, and there's no way I'm going to remember it now. That's what happens when you don't play for a couple days. You just instantly forget everything. There was something, there's a few things. One thing was like, how on earth is she going to come back? Because she's a very mysterious character that did not play into the answers to this case. I still don't know who she is. This is Annalise Hoffman, I believe. And she was like a Nazi, and she had two henchmen. But it says portrait of Annalise and friend, and we don't know who this is. And we can't quite see her face because the photo's damaged. We don't know who her friend is. Maybe she wasn't a bad guy. This is like a Jewish girl that she saved or something. I don't know. It seems like most of these guys, especially the ones that are like working for corrupt governments in Latin America, and like they're doing bad things now. Like the Scorpion seems like he was a bad guy. So I don't think there's a trick there, but there's a trick somewhere. Oh, also, for some reason, this one, my benefactors sign this letter L, and they usually just say best and then it's blank. So I don't know why that one specifically says L. Anyway, we've got a fresh case with 4 people. Mr. Perlman, this case strikes at the heart of the Hoffman operation. You are looking for 4 fugitives, including mother and daughter Liesel and Eva Hardenberg. All are believed to be up to illegal activity currently. Our sources have alerted us to a suspicious art auction in Amsterdam concerning the work of Rothberg. We have reason to believe that 2 of the paintings were forged and 1 is stolen art. All of this somehow ties to the Hoffmans. Please look into it. Best of luck. Okay. So, absolutely no clues, but we have our handy Google search, and we can just Google Rothberg. Oh, look at that. We get a bunch of stuff. Is this just one of the pieces? Wilting flowers. Sunflower and pearl. How come my list of evidence isn't changing? Mixed orchids. I guess I'll pin these. Assume they're going to be important somehow. Dying rose. It's all flowers. Let's make it small as well. It's going to take up a lot of space if it's big. Tulips. What is in the background? Someone's chopping a tree. I mean, it's the only. Some of these are fake. We're saying this one's got some red stuff that could be blood. Who knows? Well, that's not much of a. Wait, what is this? Image is licensed by. Am I supposed to go and find that logo from the list of corporate logos from the earlier case? Excuse me. That's case 3, I think. Where is the... I don't see it on here. The only one with an H in it is the Hoffman's Diamond, Hoffman's Pawn thing, whatever it is. This one's not pinned for some reason. You can pin it. It's like Hoffman Legal? Not exactly sure what to look up next. Maybe something else from the... None of these have stuff on the back, do they? That would be... very tricky if they hit it there. Amsterdam. Art auction in Amsterdam. Okay, we can try that next, I guess. Okay. Article on me. Why is this suddenly coming up? Usually stuff only shows up if... This is the one that I've read before. Usually I can only find something in the library if it's relevant to the current case. Or maybe that's not true. Maybe I've just been lucky. Okay, sure. Hello? State Legislator 47 is found dead. Suicide suspected. Jesse Witkoff, senior reporter. Austin. Harlan Cottrell, a Republican member of the Texas House of Representatives, noted for his affable manner and willingness to work with colleagues across party lines, was found dead late Wednesday night in what authorities described today as an apparent suicide. He was 47 years old. The Austin County Sheriff's Department said Mr. Cottrell was discovered yesterday morning in his study. A revolver was recovered at the scene. Officials said there were no indications of foul play and that a routine inquiry would be conducted. First elected to the legislature in 1956, Mr. Cottrell was a moderate conservative who in recent months drew attention for breaking ranks to oppose a measure to expand oil drilling operations in the Permian Basin. Cottrell set out a new agenda for energy dependency based on his role as head of the Fossil Fuels Planning Committee, which emphasized preserving key natural areas of the basin. Known for his garrulous good humor and his philanthropy, Mr. Cottrell moved easily in both Republican and Democratic circles at the Capitol in Austin. He and his wife Suzanne were active in conservative fundraising and civic events, among them the annual Ford Truckathon and the debutante Magnolia Ball. Pictured. Is it on the back? Okay. Maybe we'll find that later. Or maybe we have to search for it. Benefiting children's hospitals, with catering supplied by Hopper & Co. I'm sure we'll hear about them later. Magnolia Ball was also noted for its role in normalizing disabilities. Cottrell, a childhood polio survivor, created a slogan, "Show your scars, heal the world." The ball was organized in collaboration with the Austin Debutante Society, headed up by June Flintock, Grace Abrams, and May McCullough. I bet some of these names I can find if I go back on the list of, like, Hoffman business owners. Mr. Cottrell is survived by his wife Suzanne and 2 children. Funeral arrangements will be announced by the family. The Austin Chronicle thrives on local stories. Got a tip? Call us. Okay. So I could look up Austin Chronicle. I could look up. Why is this suddenly all visible? This Austin Chronicle stuff. Can't search for Austin Chronicle. Magnolia ball photo. Okay. Miss Magnolia. Ah, so we can say that one of these guys, someone here is one of the dudes. This guy, who's this guy? Did we say who everyone in the photo is? I guess that could be his wife, is Miss Magnolia. Or maybe he's probably just posing with whoever won the Miss Magnolia. I don't know why this is important yet. Can I look up like Texas related stuff? Sometimes you just gotta Google related words and find something. Control, you can search up. Basin. Permian. Austin. Truckathon. Hopper and Co. Probably not getting anywhere with this. What would be like the jumping off point from here? I feel like there's nothing. Can I search for Miss Magnolia specifically? Oh, this person has some scars on her arm. Is this so? Wait, does this person have polio? Wait, normalizing disabilities. Just generally normalizing disabilities. So she has something that causes scars on her arm, and that's. Is she gonna be? Is there gonna be a connection between? Hold on. Which side of the arm did that person? It's not even the same thing. It's not even the same like. It is the same arm, and it is the same hair color, which I feel like in a mystery detective game like this is enough to start thinking about it, at least, if nothing else. Let's get a little red flag. This must be the legislator in the middle. I don't know who this guy over here is. I'm sure he's going to be important. Liesel and Ava Hardenberg. So, where would I even begin? I mean, I guess I have begun. I've started searching for things that are related. I don't know why I pinned this article about myself. It's probably not important. The backgrounds might be important. I really don't know what's going on with the flowers. I weirdly have so little to... There's 4 fugitives. 2 of the paintings are forged and 1 is stolen art. Got all these Rothberg flowers. We've got this. I can do phone numbers. Maybe phone numbers are the next thing I need to do, because that's usually half of what I got to do. So who might I? Austin Chronicle. Oh, the Austin Chronicle. So I can call this newspaper. That's probably a good place to start. Oh yeah, got a tip. Call us. Thank you. Austin Chronicle Newsroom. This is Jesse Wiskoff speaking. Got a tip. Hi, my name is Saul Perlman. I'm a private investigator. I'm interested in Harlan Cottrell's death. All right, shoot. What are your thoughts on Harlan's death? I thought it was pretty tragic. I have no idea why the guy might kill himself. Was he unhappy? He seemed pretty all right, though you can never tell with guys like that. They're prone to blackmail. Why? These guys are a bit of vice plus money that could be used against them. What guys? Like politicians. Well, we've been doing a separate investigation into some strange going-ons at the Good Day Motel. Not too sure what's happening, but word is it might be tied to some political blackmail. Oh, really? Good day motel. Send over an undercover picture plus something else we found at the motel. Might be useful, might not. Thanks. What was Harlan? I'm interested in the Cottrell case. What was he like as a person? Harlan was a nice guy. A good old boy, really. How's that? A lot of schmoozing with personalities. Politicians, support stars, celebrities, but he was a man of appetites. Like what? Oh, a lot of guys with some wealth and power are into the finer things. Wine, women. Why is he being so subtle? Word is Harlan liked the ladies. I see. Not that it's unusual. I don't mind them myself. Swinging bachelor. Wait, I didn't mean to ask you the same question again. Hopefully that doesn't make the transcript harder to read. Oh. That's all. Many thanks. You're more than welcome. Okay. We got some more evidence. I mean, it could be there's more people to call, but let's assume this goes in kind of a linear fashion. What do we have here? Oh, it's this one again. He won't play. Please tell May. Okay, we've seen this one before. Maybe it's going to turn out to be a bit more complicated. Oh, 3. Oh, there she is from earlier, I think. She's Miss Magnolia, right? Admin. Are we going to use the machine again? Ah. Okay. He won't play. Please tell me. Probably gonna have to come back to that one. Yeah, she looks like the same person here. Miss Magnolia 1970. But now we know we can do this. We can use our machine. So this is the number of the system, then the number of the room, then there's room 3 and there's room 1. Why is it like plastered on the walls like that? And then I guess we could say a girl and a client. First girl and first client. Not that easy. Well, there's a girl in room. She's a girl. I don't know if she's like. Is this some kind of prostitution thing? That's kind of what it looks like. So she would be 2-1 or 2-2 or 2 something. And if there's a client in there, they would be 3 something. All right, we got a convo. 1940 to 1945. So, babe, I'm going to be gone the next week. You think I can see you in the week after? I'll have to ask Ursula, but I think we can arrange it, sugar. I'll need the hat back, of course. My wife knows I don't leave the house without it. So, Harlan, honey, did you think about what they said? Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Please, I don't want anything to happen. Like what? I'm a senator. What are they going to do if I decide we actually don't want to drill in the basin? I'm afraid, though. Kurt, the manager out there, he's a tough guy. Oh, you don't need to be. No, in fact, I'm not going to. We'll keep this between ourselves. I'll make sure you win again next year. Well, did I miss something in the conversation? Well, that sounds just swell. Drive you home now. What are you writing? Just a note for myself. Looks like a poem. Cute. Oh. Okay, so we know what she was writing. She's an agent. She's like, where is it? So we've got, is that the manager out there? Kurt, the manager out there. This guy? Keep this between ourselves. Make sure you win again next year. Okay. He won't play. Please tell May. So who's May? Also, why can we see room number 1? Maybe she got like some briefing beforehand? So we would say 1-1, 2-1. No, not that easy. It is 1-3-4, right? Yeah, it's 1-3-4. 01. Let's try something like 1112. Two admin people talking to each other. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that to work. So you think the senator will go ahead with changing his vote? You'd better, or else. Good night, Senator. Kurt, I should never underestimate you. Oh gosh, this night is so hot. I saw your daughter the other day. She's still here? No, she's out in Austin. Comes over on weekends. She's busy running the Debutante Society. That's where she found Susan. I don't mean to be rude. Is her condition normal? It is going to be her. Oh yes, it's called Rorschach syndrome. It's harmless, just cosmetic. She's always had it? Oh yes. The senator has brought the orchids painting, I see. A bit of a risk. Perhaps, but Klaus needs money. Ah, Roger's friend. You and him go back? He's my sister's ex-husband. She brought him to Annalise's wedding. A famous occasion, when she married Helmut. Well, we know about that. Oh yes, very grand, very proper. She got into trouble for wearing pearls, you know. What a fuss. Yes, I think we've got the senator right where we want him. Hopefully he's currently having fun. Everyone has their poison. You have many friends in the art world? Some. I have an old acquaintance who is in Chile, a friend of Casper's. Haven't seen him in a while. How do you know him? He was part of the Hoffman's extended set. He painted Annie and Ava when they were young. Were you a thing ever? Oh, goodness, no. Little ugly thing. I preferred his brother. Tall, dark, wore glasses, very intellectual. Jesus. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of information there. So... Does either one of them talk to... Let's just try 1, 3, 4... 1, 1, 2... 2, 1. Try that? No. I mean, I kind of guessed that there were two admin people that could be talking to each other. In fact, yeah, these two are probably the two people having that conversation. That would make sense, right? So, I mean, it's always tough to know when to start solving the case and when to, like, keep looking for clues. So this is clearly important. There's something going on here. It's possible there's another layer to this hidden note. I don't know. Could I just try like the harp or something? Dear already things discuss intellectual that. Okay. Anna, she understand parents things study. My eye need in circles eye. We've already done mother knows about your other love. We've already done that. Says that to polite and or. So yeah, it doesn't seem like that one has any extra layers. So don't worry about pinning it. Someone was at the wedding. This wedding photo is probably going to come back quite a lot. I don't think we probably are going to need this. And of course, if we need that, we're probably going to need this. Could need this as well. This person looks like someone at the wedding. And what was this about someone in Argentina? My board is going to be very crowded all of a sudden. Hello, how did you get in here? I didn't drag you in there. I don't have any reason to think that that's right, do I? We will come back to that. So yeah, I would... the orchid is... this transcript has a lot to it. Or not this one, this one. Debutante Society. That's something to Google. What? You're telling me I can't just Google Debutante Society? Can I call the Debutante Society? No. Can I call anyone that's relevant to any of this? Oh, I can Google Rorschach syndrome. Well, I think we just got our answer. Okay. So that is Annalise's friend. I saw your daughter the other day. Do we have a name for number 11? Sister's ex-husband. So we've got a bit of a family tree here. The person, number 11, has a daughter with Rorschach syndrome. She is Annalise's sister? Oh no. These are not necessarily the same person. She brought him to Annalise's wedding. This is where I have to start writing things down. So we can say something like, there's a family tree. I need a convenient way to like show my notes at the same time that I show the screen. That would be good. What are we on? This is 8. Number 8, case number 8. How do I, evidence? Downfall, that's right. It's called downfall. And then we've got a family tree of some kind. Family tree, we'll call it. And then we've got number 11 is seen in, what do we call this thing? What is this device that I'm listing with? Glossary. Sonotron. Sonotron conversation. Has a daughter with Rorschach disease. Can be seen in a photo with Annalise Hoffman from case 3. And we're also saying, or Rorschach syndrome. She has a sister whose ex-husband is named Klaus. Klaus has a friend named Roger. Oh, wait. Let him go back. Her sister brought Klaus to Annalise's wedding. She got in trouble for wearing pearls. When? Oh. Oh, so that's her. Her sister can be. She brought Klaus to Annalise's wedding. They can be seen on the far right of the wedding photo. Okay. You have many friends in the art world. Number 11 has an acquaintance who was in Chile. Friend. So this might be one of the people that I had targeted. Seen in painted Annalise and Ava when they were young. Is Ava her daughter? Question mark. Preferred his brother. She describes his brother as tall, dark, wearing glasses. So, I mean, is that this guy? Is he the brother of the, Ava? So perhaps Ava is the person that we're looking for here. Perhaps this is Ava, which would mean that she's also visible here, right? We can say this is her for now. Who knows what she's going by? That feels like a start, though. Ava. And we can use photos from any time, right? So then what's the relationship between... Painted them... Is there another painting of two people? Or one of them is Annalise? I think this is the only one. Portrait. What would her last name be in that situation? Well, maybe we can find some more places to call. But I don't know where I would go next. Delfino Music. Is that like Mario Sunshine? I don't know why I'm clicking through like I'm gonna find something. I should find a name first and then look for it. I can't call any Hoffman anything, can I? Hoffman Auctions? Is that gonna get me anything? That's probably been there the whole time. It's probably not as easy as just calling them and getting clues. Oh, hello, Hoffman Auctions House, London. Claude speaking, how may I help? Whoops, tell me about the Rothberg auction. A very successful auction from a collection of galleries. It took a long time to organize. I could send you the program. Please, did you make a lot of money? We did, very happily. The appetite for Rothbergs remains undiminished. Who were the buyers? We attempt to remain discreet. Most were anonymous. Only one declared their name. Who was that? Oh, I can't say. Oh, please? Well, all right, but only because they were so tremendously vulgar. A Texas politician. Got a name? Cottrell. Harlan Cottrell. Which painting? That I could not say. Tell me about the auction house. Of course, we've only been in existence for the last few months, set up as part of the Hoffman Charitable Foundation. So you're a charity? No, but we donate a sizable portion to charities. What do you sell? We specialize in traditional art, paintings, sculptures, classic works. Who are your big sellers? Actually, we've done brisk business in Ed Spratt's work. Do you know it? I don't, actually. Terrific painter, worked for the East India Company, sadly lost at sea. So actually, wait, do I call them then? At sea? How do you deal with stolen and forged art? Well, we certainly don't have any of that at Hoffman's. Sure, but I'm sure you do your due diligence. Of course we do. Gosh, you sound like you're from that publisher. Which one? Oh, I forget. They've all been peppering us with questions about all this. The one with the English travel writer, the one with the yellow bow tie. I'm gonna have to find that person, aren't I? Why are they doing that? I don't know. This is a very reputable gallery. So you've never sold anything that was stolen, say, from Jewish gallerists? Absolutely not. What are you implying? Nothing. My apologies. That's all, thanks. Take care. Okay. So the East India... Okay, we're gonna call the East India Company now. Because apparently something was lost at sea, or someone was lost at sea with a painting? Something happened at sea? This is the voicemail for the East India Company. Our director is currently away looking for his grandfather's missing ship. If you wish to contact him, please throw a bottle into the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. Wait, that gave me... What did that give me? What do you mean new evidence added? Hello? Oh, okay, I feel like, Okay. we'll start by looking at this and see what we can. Johann Rothberg Auction Program. Rothberg's entire catalog was purchased from the artist by Simon Smalling in 1910. Smalling's estate was sold in 1931 following the death of the dealer in the infamous Cork Street robbery. Get that. Look at it in a minute. This represents the largest mixed gallery collection of Rothbergs in the world. Wilting Flowers, a collection of wilting roses painted in a cottage. Smalling's London, Barrow's London. So I guess I'm going to have to figure out which one was fake. Yellow and orange tulips against an ornate medieval background. Collection of yellow, red, tiger-striped, plain white orchids against a red background. Blue rose against a feudal background. Vibrant collection of sunflowers and mixed wildflowers against a bright background. Alright. Masked Men Flee Cork Street Gallery with Single Painting by Jonathan Weinman, London, Tuesday. The prominent art dealer Simon Smalling was shot dead last night during a robbery at his Cork Street gallery in what police described as a targeted and carefully timed attack. Eyewitnesses said that shortly after 8 p.m., several masked men entered Smalling's gallery while a number of works were laid out on the floor for rehanging. Among them was a substantial portion of Mr. Smalling's Rothberg collection, believed to be worth several £1 million. Mr. Smalling was reportedly shot as he attempted to intervene. The assailants left the premises moments later carrying only one painting. The identity of the stolen work has not been confirmed. Scotland Yard said that inquiries were continuing. So this might be a bit like, what's up, what's up, stupid dino 8825? I've managed to get most of the clues in this case so far without too much trouble. Why does it look like there's stuff on the back of this? Hello? I mean, I can't read that, and I can't flip this over, so don't know what's going to happen there. Scotland Yard said inquiries were... I can't flip anything over, can I? Nah, wouldn't be that easy. Okay, so why is this evidence? Please throw a bottle into the Atlantic Ocean. Why is this listed like this is actual evidence and not just a reference to Oberdin? Hoffman Charitable Foundation. Maybe I'm supposed to look that up. Oh, suddenly Hoffman is giving me stuff? Oh, but this is stuff I've already seen. Okay. Ed Spratt. Oh, I know where I've heard the name Ed Spratt. He actually was the, Yeah, Ed Spratt was the guy in Oberdin. He was the painter. That brings me to a question. The English travel writer with the yellow bow tie. Now, sometimes they just literally want you to look up, like, stuff like that. Is that also a reference? Is this just all references? Wait, hello? What is this? Where did this come from? Okay, so this is just the Ratline, but specifically in parts of America. What? We already have this. I don't know how I got this. I don't think I was supposed to find this so easily. I mean, now I should be able to get more stuff, right? I should be able to almost solve the case. Really all goes back to Oberdin. That was the first, like, really big notebook game, right? That got people making more of these. Because when Golden Idol came out, they were like, oh, it's like Oberdin, but different. I feel like they have fairly different mechanics. I feel like the commonality is that you solve a mystery and there's actually, like, clean mechanics that aren't like old school point and click adventure mechanics. They've actually designed game mechanics around solving mysteries, which is very nice. I'm just looking at these in case something jumps out at me, but I don't think I'm going to know who to call. They don't actually give you that many phone numbers, really. Okay, I'm getting sucked down phone number rabbit holes. Why does it matter that someone stole a painting, and why does it matter that one of the paintings might be fake? How is all this related to anything? One of these paintings is special for some reason. Mr. Smalling was shot as he attempted to intervene. They left carrying one painting. And this happened. Why is there no date on this? Did they tell me the date that this happened? Where did I get this article? Oh, I think I just looked it up. Mayfield. This is quite an old article. Jonathan. His name is Jonathan? Wait, what? Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this. How did I get this article? This is the Cork Street Gallery, maybe? Does it say the Cork Street robbery article? Do I have anything about when this happened? It looks like it's quite an old article, so it's sort of like I'm supposed to imagine that all these paintings could have been there, but one of them was special, and whichever one was fake is the one that, or I'm supposed to know which one was stolen, I suppose. I mean, this one looks weird because it looks like there's blood splatter on these white flowers, but I don't know how important that is. Red tiger striped and plain white orchids. I'm just gonna make some notes on the paintings, even though I don't really understand why I'm interested in the paintings. They're set up like a puzzle, so I'm gonna treat them like a puzzle and find connections between them. Okay. Paintings. So mixed orchids. 1903 reserve. I think there's also like a number on the amount of money that the paintings were worth that were laid out, so that might be important. So I'm going to say described as yellow, red, tiger striped, and plain white orchids against a red background. However, in the version I can see, the white orchids have red splatter on them. So that's suspicious, I think, somehow. Wilting flowers. 1901. Reserve $300,000. I mean, I could say I think I know which one it is, but I don't know what good that actually does me. Wait, do I even have that one? It says plain white background. It says painted in a cottage. A collection of wilting roses. I don't think this is what roses look like in this one. I think roses are a slightly different shape. Painted in a cottage. We'll go back to that one. Tulips, 1901. Reserve, $220,000. Yellow and orange tulips against an ornate medieval. Well, I have that one. Ornate medieval background. I'll just say I have a photo of this one. And then we've got Dying Rose, 1904, Reserve. These money amounts must be important. And then sunflower and pear, 1805. Reserve. In fact, wasn't I told that a certain number of these are forgeries and a certain number have been stolen? Sunflowers and mixed wildflowers against a bright background. Is that a bright background? I guess it's light colored. It's kind of a dirty background. This one looks a bit sus. Say I might have this one, but I'm not sure if the background is bright. Which one's the blue rose against a feudal background? I don't know if I have that one. Wait, can I just Google the ones that I don't have? No, it's not that easy. Four fugitives. Mother and daughter. Oh, mother and daughter. Lisa and Ava are mother and daughter. Okay. Well, that would mean that the mother is this woman, right? Because she says, my daughter. That would make sense. So, I mean, if we've identified two of them, and Klaus is one of the people described in here, right? So we should be able to figure out who Klaus is. I'm looking at the wrong one. She brought him to Annalise's wedding, so yeah, he'll be in the wedding photo. I think I could just get all the faces. I don't know where I'm supposed to get these last two pieces of evidence. Yeah, that means this would be Klaus. Oh, and he's got a mole, so that's probably going to help me identify him now. Is there any reference to Albert anywhere in the, Why is it important that you have an acquaintance who is in Chile? And he's got a brother. Which one of these took place in Chile? Because we've got 7. Not that one. Chile, this mostly took place in Bolivia. But parts of it took place in Chile. But I don't think we saw any new characters in Chile. This one, I don't think any of this took place in Chile. Where does this one take place? Oh, Paraguay. Yeah, this one took place in Chile. So I think she's talking about... This guy's got a brother. The Cobra's got a brother. So his name was... What was his name? It was Einar Stormer. So yeah, Einar Stormer has a brother? Is that right? Oh, my answer is always here. I should probably look at my answers if I want to know what actually happened in a case. I didn't realize it saved those like this. Prices are highway robbery. Yeah, I think something suspicious is going on with the art auction. I don't know how we're supposed to know about Albert. Can I just Google him? Is that an option? No, that would be much too easy. So we've randomly got the new American, I think Pentagon was always... Hold on a second. What? I'll just check something real quick. No, for a second I thought the axe symbol was actually like this symbol, but it's not really It's not really the same symbol. It's like rotated and there's no handle. I think the axe symbol is like a winery thing. Tell May. Who's May? If I Google May. No. That wouldn't be that easy. That would be too easy if that was how it was. So Liesel Hardenberg, we've got maybe. But what name is she going by? Is there a conversation between the admin and the client at any point? Perhaps. Maybe that's what I need to find. Presumably he wouldn't be allowed in this room. Admin would be 1, so let's say 1131. No. But what about 13403 12? Because we know there's a 12. 31. Neither of these guys talk to our buddy. So maybe there's a 3-person conversation where both of the admin... Let's try that. We go to the admin room. So that's 01. And then she's in there. So that's 11. He's in there, so it's 12. And then she's in there. We already know she's 31. No, not that easy. Never that easy. It's a rat from the Ratway. That's what that is. I need to go back to the thing that says... What does this say? 2 of the paintings are forged and 1 is stolen art. Okay. So if I had to say which ones were forgeries... These are paintings of flowers, right? So it's not like there was blood splattered on the stolen flowers and then they took a new photo. It's not the same flowers. Flowers don't live that long. Something is wrong with this one. The one that was stolen is probably going to have some kind of hidden information in it about like... That's probably why it was stolen. I think I was saying earlier, it's something similar to the 4th Golden Idol DLC, where there's a painting, but the painting actually has a map on the back. Is there some kind of spot the difference thing? Wait, what? Hang on a second. Oh no, that's there everywhere. This weird line that's darker than the rest of the entire background. Is that important still? Wait a minute. It's not there every time. It's not actually there every time. Does it line up with something else? It's on his belt every time. But it's only on the tree in these 2 spots. I mean, I think I've identified the stolen art. I'm just going to make a note that I'm going to find the forged paintings in Animal Crossing. I think I do remember playing that once upon a time. That one is very difficult. I'm going to say for the tulips, there are strange black lines in the background that are not consistent, even though the rest of the background is repeated. These might line up with something. Maybe they line up with the map or something. So, I mean, I feel like I've found these 3 faces. I have no idea where I'm gonna go to find... There are like these weird lines in a lot of these actually. Like that's got a weird line. And that's got some weird lines. They all have weird lines, right? Can I not make these transparent or something? That would be Handy if this is supposed to line up with something. This one is the most suspicious, though. This one, it really feels like these lines mean something. Is something like written? Can I like connect the dots? Like this makes a triangle. I don't think it works like that. I'm a little bit stuck. Let me look at that article again. Several million pounds, a substantial portion of Mr. Smug's Rottweiler collection. With several million pounds. Something was stolen. I'm leaning towards the tulips were stolen. This one's forged. I don't know which other one is necessarily forged. Maybe this one, because the way the background is described doesn't seem quite right. Or then again, maybe this one, because these are just not roses. This doesn't actually match anything from the list. I don't think those are roses. Is there anything else with this one that I'm supposed to figure out? Long-term development of Rorschach syndrome. Well, do I need a hint? I've been trying to avoid using hints too much, but I seem to have run out of phone numbers to call and like things to look up. I've only got 2 hints left. We can, or 2 pieces of evidence left. We can use a hint on them. Hoffman Auctions mentioned a publisher. A publisher. They've been peppering us with questions all about this. The English travel writer, the one with the yellow bow tie. There's a publisher with... Okay, what? Can I find them on here, maybe? I've called the Austin Chronicle, haven't I? Barnardo Publishing? It's not going to be that easy. I can't just say publishing and it's a publisher. You kidding me? Barnardo Publishing, this is Simon speaking. How can I help you? Why are you interested in the... I was just speaking to Hoffman's auction house. They say you've been asking about forgery and stolen art. Sure, can I ask what you're interested? I have a long-standing interest in the Hoffman's business practices. Oh, you do you? In what sense? I know they smuggled Nazis out of Europe after the war. Ah, yes, the Ratlines. Well, there's more to it than just that. How so? It wasn't just people they smuggled out, it was a lot of art as well. We believe the Hoffmans are heavily involved in selling art stolen during the Nazi period. So they're like a fence. Of a kind, but for very wealthy people. Where does the word go? All over, but a lot of it goes to the States. They have the same routes as the people. I'll send over an archival photo we have. Thanks. Is that the photo I already have? How about the Rothberg auction? Very fishy if you ask me. We were examining it for stolen art, as well as cases of work being passed off as Rothberg. Forgeries. Exactly, it might surprise you, but there are several instances of Nazi painters forging Jewish work. Anyone in particular? The most notorious, particularly for Rothbergs, is known as the Little Man. What do you know about him? Very little, actually. We're still investigating his modus operandi. The only thing we suspect is that he places the same symbol or object somewhere in all his paintings. What is it? Still working that out, I'm afraid. Apparently he's done it since childhood. Quite a tick. Makes him quite recognizable. You'd be surprised, the art world is full of idiots. So if you don't know the symbol, what else have you got to go on? We have identified a few of his paintings recently through other means and found they were painted on type of canvas only found in Bolivia. Oh really? Yes. How do you find stolen art? Generally, we trace it to the gallery where it ends up. The public isn't that smart, but the gallerists know well. Some even commission the thefts themselves, then wait some time and repackage the work with new provenance. Any other tips? Well, a lot of the stuff is very insidery. Perhaps take a look within the Hoffman's network for leads. That's all, thanks. A pleasure. Okay, that had a lot. I feel like there's way more than one piece of evidence left, but it says there's one piece of evidence left. That was very helpful. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy. And who's this? This is the priest. And that's the Siegfried. Oh, Tristan Transit is what I was supposed to get from that, but I already have it. So, Ava Hardenberg was being sent to Texas, and so was Liesel Hardenberg. I guess I could say for now that they're both in Austin and then change it later if it turns out that there's a problem with that idea. I don't think that's supposed to be the hard part. Maybe. And the Siegfried, I think I already know about. Do we need this? I don't think we need this. All this stuff happens after they get to America. The art world is full of idiots. LH. It's just these two that I'm supposed to... So I think Albert Kunst might be the other guy I'm looking for. The forger. Little Man. Who is Little Man? Nah, not gonna be that easy. Places the same symbol in all his paintings. Bolivia. So I could go back to the thing that took place in Bolivia and look for the canvas. Oh, when it says a type of canvas, maybe what I'm supposed to do is look at some of these. First of all, do we even have any canvases from the thing that took place in Bolivia? Was that this one? It's this one. Do we have any paintings, rather? And well, none of these seems to be paintings. There's like a poster, but that's not a painting, is it? And yet there does seem to be some connection between the scorpion and the person that we were looking at in here. Oh, thank you. East India Company, Bernardo Publishing. How would I narrow down what type of canvas is? Can I do that by like these lines? Because some of these I think have different lines than others. Maybe. Actually, they all have slightly different colored, like smudges, like smudgy vertical lines on them. So we're saying there's a hidden symbol somewhere. Oh wait, we do have another example of a painting. This one. This is a painting. And it's got these black lines. So does that mean this over here is the forgery? But then where's the hidden symbol that's in every photo? Is it the axe? This person does an axe in all of their photos or all of their paintings. So that would tie them to... That would tie them to a certain winery, wouldn't it? Because... Yeah, this thing is important. Cerro Oro. Okay. Can I call these guys? Is it going to be that easy? No. How would I do anything with this information? Hold on. I feel like I'm onto something where it says there's the certain type of canvas, and then there's the black lines in the background, and then there's both of these have like an axe in them. Someone likes to draw stuff with an axe. Although, no, wait, doesn't that also tell us who the forger is? Because... where does it say? I have an old acquaintance who was in Chile, a friend of Casper's, haven't seen him in a while. It's part of the Hoffman extended set. He painted Annie and Ava when they were young. So whoever that is, he's Little Ugly Thing, and he is the brother of the Scorpion, I guess? How on earth would I find the guy? Is he this guy, maybe? I don't think that's the brother of the Scorpion. So he's part of the Hoffman extended set. Does that mean he's somewhere in this list? Also, are any of these guys in Texas? No, it doesn't look like it. That would be too easy. Yeah, none of these are to do with painting, are they? Hoffman extended set. How would I find him? I feel like this guy's important. I feel like this guy is the brother, and this guy is the younger one, maybe. But I have no idea where he could be. Yeah, this person that she's describing with the glasses. Tall, dark, wore glasses, very luxury. Yeah, he's taller and he's got glasses. So presumably they would be next to each other. I can go with this for now, although I don't really know. I can keep an eye out for him, though. If I see anyone with a mole, I could say that's potentially Klaus. Well, where do I go from here? I've got one last piece of evidence. No idea where to look for it. I think I know which painting was forged, but I don't really know how it helps me. Also, wait, this might not be right. This guy might not actually be tied to, How am I supposed to know who's the brother of someone in Chile? Or are we talking about the person in Chile? You know someone else in the art world. He painted. Is that just to give us the location? I feel like this is wrong. I feel like this is not the right person. But this person is in Chile, right? Wait. I guess he would be in Perdido because that's the only place we've seen in Chile? We haven't seen anywhere else, so he has to be in Perdido? That seems very weak, but... It is these two. It is something with these two. I still don't know who May is. He won't play. Please tell May. May. Which one is May? She could be May. We can try that for a bit because she's like the boss. But we don't know what name she's going by. This is probably not too important. Other than this guy kind of looks like the guy that I thought was the other guy. I really don't think that's what I'm looking for, though. How does knowing the forgeries help me? How does knowing which paintings are real and which ones are fake help me? Oh, because if 2 of them are forged, they're probably forged by the same person, and then I don't know. We're saying they always put symbols in their forgeries. This one has the black lines, but they might just be on the wall, although I do see them here as well, where the wallpaper isn't peeling. Is there something hidden in the shadow, maybe? Oh, I don't know. I seem to not be getting anywhere yet again. What is the secret hidden in the flowers? Music is giving Olive Garden. I love Olive Garden. Where's give me one more hint. Review the brothel transcripts. Okay. Just these 2. Ursula. I'll have to ask Ursula, but I think you can arrange it. So maybe her name isn't May. Maybe her name is Ursula. Or maybe her name is Ursula. Who knows? She was the one that was at the brothel, but we could try calling her May for now. Just because we know that there's someone important called May. Kurt, the manager out there, he's a tough guy. Is Kurt going to be important? I'll make sure you win again next year. Looks like a poem. What am I supposed to... I have an old acquaintance who is in Chile, friend. This is not enough of a hint for me, unfortunately. I've read both of these, but I don't know. Roger was involved with a previous case and owned a business. Roger has a friend named Klaus. Roger owned a business and was in a... Roger Green? Is that what his name is? To be fair, I probably should have locked on to every single name and not just skip straight to Klaus. Because in my mind, Roger didn't seem that important, but maybe he is important. Roger was in a previous case. Roger Green, the Crusty Loaf, Dublin. Is that what I'm supposed to... Crusty... was involved with a previous case. Surely that is just the Hoffman case. That's case 3, right? Although there was restructuring, wasn't there? The Crusty Loaf went to... So he was transferred to... Wait a minute. Was Roger Green this guy? Yeah, there he is. Well, what am I going to do with that? Hoffman, Diamonds, and Pawn. But how does that lead to a new piece of evidence? Hoffman Auctions. I can't look up Diamond and Pawn. Is the idea that I need to pin something that I already got from this case? Rose Street Gallery. Oh, is this finally coming back? Oh my, okay. I think I understand. The gallery is important because I haven't actually called Rose Street Gallery yet. So the fact that I could look at Roger Green's, oh, that's going way back. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's probably what it wants me to do. Just from the name Roger, I could get that. That is a tough one. 352243. 777. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. This is an answer machine for the Rose Street Gallery. We are currently closed. If you need to reach our director, Geert Hendricks, please try again later. Okay. Geert Hendricks is the director of the Rose Street Gallery. And now I have all the evidence. Is that the name that I'm looking for? Someone is going... Whoever's the director of the Rose Street Gallery is going by Geert Hendricks. Huh. Well, how would I know who the director is? I don't feel like I've got enough evidence to solve the case, but let's just assume that I do and work from that assumption. Geert Hendricks is somehow, if I, oh, whoops, Klaus Hart. Who did I say he was? He's this guy. So where did Klaus end up, and what name is he going under? If you need to reach our director, Geert Hendricks, please try again later. That must be one of the names. So someone became the director. Someone was the forger, the little man, the person who draws the axe everywhere. And that person is the brother of someone in Chile. Roger has a friend named Klaus. Klaus needs money. So yeah, this guy, okay, so this guy's friends with, I think we know that these two are friends, right? Because they were at the same wedding. This guy is friends with someone who was not at the wedding. Sister's ex-husband. I have an old acquaintance who was in Chile. A friend of Casper's, haven't seen him in a while. What is the Chile connection? Roger and Klaus is this American dad. It's part of the Hoffman mixed. Yeah, Klaus is the fish, right? You're part of the Hoffman family. Paid Annie and Ava when they were young. Ava is going to be her daughter, right? I prefer it as brother. I'm supposed to somehow... Well, what's her last name supposed to be? Let's try getting all the names of these people before we worry about Albert. Somehow their names appear. Separate set of investigations. The Good Day Motel might be tied to some political blackmail. feel like this was just an opener that got me into the photo. Have to ask Ursula. I've got the quote-unquote poem. Someone in Chile, friend of Casper's. So I just like pinned some stuff from the Chile case. Also, where's my, don't I usually write something at the end of these? Oh, this is not the Chile one. That came next. Day 4 sign up. Einar Stormer, did he have a brother? He had a sister, didn't he? Oh no, he didn't have a sister. Concerto for Casper. Einar Stormer, Tromso Trader. David was a brilliant artist. We go back years. Fell in love with a girl once. Champion skier who married a terrible man, never got over it. It was a beautiful service. A tiny church with its back to the mountains. Wonderful. So the champion skier was Annalise, I think. Jorge is the socialist counselor guy that got beaten up, possibly dead. Sister lost her husband. Yeah. Well, no, this is the Viking, right? This is the Viking sister. National Union of Fascist Buddies. So, is there anyone else in Chile that I should be aware of? Norwegian artist set to arrive in Santiago. Hansen Obert. Chilean musicians. What about paintings? I feel like this is not taking me anywhere. This is not helping me. This is a tough one. She's got an artist friend in Chile. I mean, I could try saying that it's someone from the wedding for now, but I feel like, doesn't the other person already know everyone that was at the wedding? Famous occasion which you... No, 12 doesn't seem to have been at the wedding. Well, he does seem to know quite a lot. I don't know, it could be this guy. That doesn't tell me where he ended up, but I could go for that for now. What would make me think that he ended up in Perdido, though? Why would I think that? And for that matter, why do I have this map of all these places, but I don't see either of these two symbols anywhere? So nothing I could have flipped to reveal those? Wait, I've had this blue rose the whole time, and also it's got the hidden axe in the background. Oh boy. So this is the other forgery, but what does it mean that if I identify the forgeries? This has an axe, and this has an axe. Although it does have the black lines. So maybe that's the canvas that is from wherever the canvas. Oh no, no, this is a black line on the wall because it ends at the table. So that was actually there on, or I say it was actually there. It's supposed to be there. It was in the painting. Maybe it's not on the canvas. But these axes, and they also form an H for Hoffman. There's something very important that I'm missing about the. Where do I go from here? These two should be going by the same last name, surely. But what last name do we think we have for them? So it's the Good Day Motel. What last name do we think these guys are going by? I'm probably supposed to find someone with a mole in like some other case and be like, oh, that's where they ended up. Because then I could say like, I haven't been to Nevada yet, have I? This is probably going to come up later. I haven't been to Arizona. So maybe there's someone in like case 1 that has a mole and looks like the guy. No. There's this suspicious guy in the background. This guy's got a mole, doesn't he? How on earth would I be able to tie it to him, though? Hold on. Let's pin this just for a second and compare the photos. I don't think he looks that similar. I don't think that's the same guy at all. That's not the same guy. He has a mole in the same spot, but I don't think that's him. We know where these guys were sent. So this is Annalise. David Fairview. Who did we figure out David Fairview was? This is where it would be nice to have the sign off from me. This is the same secret message system. Oh, Ava. Ava is the is this Ava? Or is Ava, who did I say Ava was? Quark. Someone was relocated. Oh, that's right. Roger Green was relocated to Hoffman Diamonds and Pond and became the director. Are these going to come up? Roger Green. Oh, wait, no. These are their original names, aren't they? Maybe I should hold on to this for a second. I think all these people were accounted for, but just to check. No, none of these are the ones that I'm worried about here. This art style is cute. I like this art style. And of course, it's very good for knowing who's who. They have a nice way of letting you see that this guy is the same guy that I've been seeing everywhere. BRB in just a second. What? All right, I'm back. What am I gonna do for this? Okay. Where are any of these people? I really don't have a lot of leads. This should be useful because this tells me that people were gonna be dropped off in Austin. But I feel like I already know these people are in Austin because I can see them there. Am I missing something? Miss Magnolia? Where on earth would I get last names is the other question. So, Cottrell was a buyer, and then he got killed. So that gave me Bernardo Publishing. Archival photo. It's the one that showed. I don't think I actually have it pinned. I don't see it anywhere. Where is it? Oh, it would be near the bottom, wouldn't it? This one. So this is pinned. I just wasn't able to see it anywhere. EH and LH. And they're going to Texas. But we already knew that, didn't we? The little man. He wouldn't have happened to have done painted on a type of canvas only found in Bolivia. Is he in Bolivia then? Will I find him with the Bolivia. Is he in one of these photos maybe? Because it sounds like he's this guy's brother. It sounds like he's the Cobra's brother. But I don't know. Don't see anyone that would be the Cobra's brother. Oh, I'm using so many hints, but I feel like I do need more. I think I do need more. Since I've already guessed the photo, let's try just checking again to make sure I'm anywhere near the right track. Albert is part of the Hoffman extended set. Okay, we know that. Wait, what? Oh, we know who is being talked about here. He had a tall cousin with glasses. Wait, a cousin? I thought it was a brother. Hello? Can I read this again? I preferred his brother, tall, dark, wore glasses, very intellectual. No, that seems like we've got him. Right? That's the, that's just the guy next to him. That he's next to here. And it looks like he's here as well. Are we supposed to say he's still in Dublin because you can see him here? But this didn't necessarily happen. Where was this dance? No, this is from the wedding, surely. This photo is from the wedding. It's all the same people that were at the wedding, and they're wearing the same clothes. Okay, so I've probably got the right guy, but how am I supposed to know where he went? Because it's not like the wedding photo has a back where I could see who got Ratline to where. This guy's an artist, right? So he's... Is there someone that looks like him? Could I find someone that looks like him maybe in the... Who's gonna look like him, though? None of these people have anything to do with anyone. There's like the guy that has the cobra tattoo. They think, oh, that could be the cobra. That's not the cobra. Klaus Hart, meanwhile, we don't know anything about any of these guys. Oh, I'm so stuck. I'm so stuck on this one, and I'm so sad about it. Why is this important? Our director, Geert Hendricks. Am I supposed to say that the director of the Rose Gallery is like... We've got Ava Hartenberg, I think. We've got her, but what is she going by? What last name is she going by? This is not important. I can like unpin this. I can probably unpin this as well. This one I don't think I need anymore, right? Why is that a clue? Okay, wait, hold on. Why is this a clue? The director is Geert Hendricks. Have one of these people somehow become the director for the company? Is there any indication that Klaus is the director for the Rose Street Gallery? Klaus needs money. Oh, the senator bought the orchids painting. Klaus needs money. So, okay, that is the answer then. Geert. Geert Hendricks is what he goes by. Okay, and he should be in Austin, because that's where the gallery is, right? Or no, it's in the Netherlands, isn't it? That might not be right. Let's actually check where the Rose Street Gallery is. Amsterdam. Okay, my bad. He's going by Geert Hendricks, and he's in Amsterdam. So what surname are Ursula and May going by? And how do people get new surnames assigned? There's no Ursula or May in here, are there? It's not that simple. Not gonna be that easy. Okay. It was in a study. There was a revolver. I mean, was it May? Was May the one that killed him? Debutante Magnolia Ball. Catering by Hopper and Co. Okay, that seems like a clue that I didn't pick up on earlier. Hopper and Co. is one of the it's one of these guys, right? No? Hopper and Co. Catering by Hopper and Co. That reads so much like a clue, but they're not in here. Where have I heard that before? Hopper and Co. Believe in you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I figure it out. Catering supplied by... Why does it tell me who did the catering if it's not important? It is clearly important. Hopper and Co. I haven't heard of them, have I? I can't call them, or else there would be another thing, right? Oh, I can call them? Can I get more clues that I didn't know about? Is there an optional clue? Let's try it. No, it wouldn't be Oh, it would be too easy if I could just call Hopper and Co. Is that just a red herring? That's so sad. I think this one can be unpinned as well. Maybe I should just unpin the ones I'm not using at all. Why is the catering so important? Was he poisoned? There's like little red things here. There's these flowers over here. There's something in the background I'm supposed to be picking up on. There's some kind of twist here. This guy I've apparently got the right idea about, but I don't know how I'm supposed to know where he went or what he changed his name to. Roger's friend, you didn't go back, he's my sister's ex-husband. But what is your last name, though? She's out in Austin, comes over on weekends. Oh, so you're not in Austin? Wait, where is this? Where's the motel? Oh, I should be looking at the Austin Chronicle. The Good Day Motel. How am I supposed to know what the Good Day Motel is at? Where is it? This guy's name is Kurt. Why are we hearing his name as if he's like... This isn't him, is it? She's not... No, she wouldn't be talking to the painter and referring to him in the third person. Like, she's not talking to the guy. Unless she doesn't know, but I feel like that's not what's happening here. Where is this? The fact that we know the brother might be important. Although apparently we don't care if this is a brother or a cousin, so I don't know. Do we see this guy later? Because if we get his last name, we would have... Although they might not keep the last name when they go undercover. Love this game. So glad to see people playing it. I'm having a lot of fun playing it, but unfortunately, I'm also getting a bit stuck. Unfortunately, I don't know how to solve this case. Where I think I found who all these people, what all these people look like, but I don't know what names they're going by. And I don't necessarily know where this person is. Bernardo Publishing. We don't actually get that many names. Like, is your name just Rothberg? Are you just a Rothberg? No. What last name are you going by? How would I even check something like that? They both got shipped out to Austin. One of them runs a brothel. What's this place called? I can't look it up, can I? Good Day Motel. I think I already tried this, but just to make sure. No, they wouldn't just be listed in my Rolodex. Where, oh where, would I find her last name? It must be in an earlier case. That must be why I'm not finding it right now. If I go back to, you know what I haven't looked at a lot of are these transcripts from earlier cases. Maybe I've got something if I look at this. You know what a private archive is? There's a rich family. Ellicott and partners represented the Hoffman business till they were ousted in a recent corporate restructure. Or just you have it. Certain partners, myself included, feel that more light should be shed on the Hoffman family's broader activities. I've met a number of their regional directors. One daughter, Annalise. Ski champion, a concert pianist, a ballerina. That ties her together with the Viking. Or at least with the story that he told. Fisher and Schlosser. So, I mean, that didn't give me any new names, did it? David Fairview is the victim. Someone was calling from New Jersey about the case. Is that related? I feel like I don't really know how it could be. Surely case 3 is the one that... I mean, I've been using case 3 quite a bit. I'm looking for the new names that they took on when they went places. So... Wait a minute, your cousin? Oh, Annalise has a cousin that is Kunst. I should pin this. Wait, whoops, did I pin the wrong thing? Dearest Annalise, I'm sorry to hear about Helmy. We can handle arrangement. This is after he died, right? This is after she and the other guy killed him. You need to leave Europe as soon as possible. The first name will have to stay. Please take care. Your cousin, the young Master Kunst, inquired after you. He's terribly fond. What a shame. So yeah, that's one of the guys we're looking for, is Kunst. But that doesn't tell us what he changed his name to. They didn't... I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay, give me a nudge in the right direction, please. Just where should I be looking for the surname? Check the Austin Chronicle article. Oh, okay. Oh, the article, not the phone conversation. Okay. Not this. This is just about me being a good detective. Harlan Cottrell. He's 47 years old. Mr. Cottrell. Officials said there was no indications of foul play. Permanent base. Cottrell set out a new agenda for energy dependency based upon his role as that fossil fuels planning committee. He and his wife Suzanne were active in conservative fundraising and civic events. Among them, the annual Ford Truckathon and the debutante Magnolia Ball pictured. With catering supplied by Hopper & Co. Oh, is Hopper & Co. there because that's the last name? That seems kind of... Oh. Austin Debutante Society. Oh, May McCullough. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm supposed to get with the name May, is that this is her name. Or this is the name she's going by. And we're just gonna say for now that we think that you are still mother and daughter, even in your false identities. Okay. So now I've gotten a little bit closer. And then I've got this thing that is... Albert Kunst inquired after you. How does Pelican Partners is where this was sent from. So where's Pelican Partners? What is Pelican Partners? Wait, hold on. Oh no, Pelican Partners gave me this. They were the law firm that used to manage stuff for the Hoffmans. So where did you end up? You ended up in Chile. Old acquaintance who was in Chile. What do you mean he was in Chile? Haven't seen him in a while. He was in Chile, and then you haven't seen him in a while. Where did he go? Where could he have ended up? We keep going back to, or I keep going back to the case that took place in Chile, this one. But just doesn't tell me anything. There's some artist that was supposed to be in here, I suppose, but who? Is this him, perhaps? Somehow? I can pin this just in case. Pin this, I suppose. I know, Storm. This one doesn't really help me at all. This is kind of its own thing, isn't it? This one partly takes place in Chile. We've got the very suspicious guy over there. Yeah. Huh. How would I know? Oh, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna give me one more hint. Surely I can find the surname next. Albert was friends with Casper. Casper? Who's Casper? Okay, well that's something at least. We can look for the name Casper. Wasn't either of the main characters in this one. Do I have a bad memory that I can't keep track of who Casper is? Casper. I also still don't understand this part about robbing the... Like, the art dealer Simon Smalling was shot at his Cork Street gallery. Wait a minute. Cork Street Gallery. I think we know something about someone in Cork, right? The Red Halibut is in Cork. Is that a pure coincidence? Cork is a city, Cork Street is a street. I feel like this is a coincidence, right? What country is Cork Street in? Let alone was... Oh, Scotland Yard. Okay, no. This is in Scotland. Maybe. Yeah, no. Scotland Yard. So we've got this, and then we've got, I removed it, but it might actually be relevant. This one. Someone was found murdered in Dublin Park. So was Annalise involved in this as well? What is the connection? Let's just call me very suspicious guy. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a little more than that. I just don't know who Casper is. Casper has been to a funeral. Hello? Casper has been to a funeral. Is Casper the, you know what? Casper is probably the name of the Viking, isn't it? Or something like that. Casper is the name of the Viking. Okay, hang on. He'd been to the funeral of a dear friend earlier that day. David was a brilliant artist. David fell in love with a girl once. Champion skier who married a terrible man, never got over it. So he's supposed to be dead, though, right? The funeral of a dear friend. David was a brilliant artist. So he faked his death, or he is dead now? Well, how is it that I've gotten a first name, but now I'm supposed to get a last name? And also, did that take place in... He had just been earlier that day. So I get a tiny church with its back to the mountains. Oh. So I'm supposed to use that information now to know where this was. And that means I have to go to... Where is it? I think I know which church that is. With its back to the mountain. Santo Cristo de... Where is this one? Quiru. So if that's where he was buried, I guess that is where he was last seen. Because now I've got everything except his last name. But surely if we have the name David, we could find someone named David that could be him, and then work backwards and find out that it was him, right? Someone named David in... What does this have to do with anything, though? I don't understand how the art plays. I don't understand why I looked at the pictures of the Rosas. Other than I guess he's... Oh, maybe that's what gives me his last name. Hold on. Because... Cerro Oro... Is that one name? Is that like a family name of the... Surely it's just the name of the brand. Cerro Oro. That is going to be it, isn't it, though? That's the symbol that he puts in all this stuff, right? The axe. Just like it's here. And just like it's, these guys have an axe in the background. And this has an axe in the background. It's just like mirrored and made into an H. But that doesn't tell me his last name, does it? Hope it's David Gorin. True. What if it lets me just as a little... No. They've got lots of references, but... How am I supposed to narrow this down? David. Wait a minute. No, hang on. I know how I'm supposed to do it because I have this. I literally had the document. David Richmond. Boom. Boom! I'm good. I figured it out without a hint. Even though I did need a hint to get his first name, but we ignored that part. I figured out his last name because I remembered that this document exists and I never knew what this was for until now. I finally used this document. I need to keep track of which documents I haven't used at all. I think there's like a lot of them. Like this one, I think I've used everything. I'm sure there's random stuff in the background of case 4 that I haven't used. And this one, I think there's like, I don't know. Maybe now I've used everything. Okay, how sure are we about this? This is literally just because I think they're still going as mother and daughter, but that's really not a guarantee. Geert Hendricks, pretty confident about. I don't know what else was the point of this other than to tell me that the director's this person. He's in Amsterdam because that's where the Rose Street Gallery is. This guy was buried in Kiru, so that's where he is. Maybe not where he was last seen. The photo matches the hints. She's in Austin. She is stated to be in Austin. I don't know where the motel is because... Is there a clue as to where they are here? I'll have to ask Ursula. Play a level for over 2 hours. I haven't done that yet. I'll drive you home now. Surely they're still both in Austin. You're saying she comes over every weekend. So she's close at least. Is there any other reference to a city in Texas besides Austin? I feel like there hasn't been one. Right? Hopper and Co. was important because... Wait, why was Hopper and Co. important? Catering by Hopper and Co. Still don't know why that was important. Our achievement is diabolical. We're just gonna rat it. I don't think I've got this right. I think maybe these two have different last names. McCullough is almost certainly right for May because we've seen May McCullough as a full name. Austin's probably right because she says like, oh, my daughter lives in Austin. Austin and McCullough could both be wrong here. So I'm gonna predict that I either get these two wrong specifically, or I also get like Kiru wrong because his dead body was transported to the church. But I feel like there are 2 or fewer errors. Okay. Ursula. It's going to be these two. It's going to be these two. She's not in Austin. I have to somehow figure out where she's living. And or that last name is not right. She's out in Austin. No, they're not in Austin. They're not in Austin. So where are they? She's out in Austin. Comes over on weekends. Where is this? It's not in another case, is it? The hat is maybe important somehow, but I think that was just for identifying people. Where are they? Not the 2 or fewer. What dimension that rose to the yellow center are called wild rose. These are just the more popular variety. Oh, okay. So I'm not like, I don't need to worry about this. This I think is actually a real one. I don't know which one of these is stolen though. I kind of want to say this one is stolen because I don't see the axe symbol anywhere, but it is unusual for the fact that these roses are not what's described. Maybe that is just blood on the painting. But why is it bright red? This thing happened a long time ago. I've got nothing for where they are. I know they're not in Austin, but I don't know where they are. Rome, Texas, maybe is going to be the secret. Who knows? We're just gonna int it. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Good thing there's a loading bar for it. Check Tristan roots. What? There's a symbol somewhere that tells me where she went. LH. Oh, did I? Am I silly? What? This is the same symbol. Dallas! I didn't read this. I just didn't read this. I didn't read it. Okay. She's in Dallas. She's in Dallas. I understand. There's more than one city in Texas. I think my brain just auto-completed the... Maybe they painted over the blood. Maybe? I hope it tells me when I get it. Okay, so now I could have gotten it right. And if I don't get it right, I know there's exactly one thing wrong. Okay. This might be the first time this part is actually difficult. The mother and daughter are Ursula and May McCullough. They live in Dallas and Austin, Texas. There they run a blackmail and honey trapping brothel operation, which has led to the death of a notable politician. The Klaus Hart's pseudonym is Geert Hendricks. He runs Rose Street Gallery in Amsterdam and is the owner of a stolen Rothberg painting taken in the Cork Street Gallery. How do we know that? Because of the Scotland Yard connection. How do I know this? I don't know how I know this. Albert Kunz goes by David Richmond. He is buried in Kiru. He is responsible for the 2 Rothberg forgeries. The secret icon is a double-headed axe. Okay, so you know if there's a forgery by him, it has the double-headed axe. It's made by the special canvas that can only be found in Bolivia. There's one city in Texas. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, I needed a lot of help for that, but I got some of the solves that made me happy, like the Amsterdam one and the Kiru one by myself, and the David Richmond one. Those ones I got by myself. I feel like the Dallas one was an easy one that I just sort of missed, like looked over and didn't understand. May McCullough is definitely one that I should have been able to catch, because I should have looked at this and gone like, oh yeah, there's someone named May. Let me go back and find someone named May. But for some reason, I just thought, oh, that'll give me the first name, and I'll get the last name somewhere completely different, and it'll be completely unrelated. But no, you're supposed to see the name May and be like, where did I see the name May? Yeah, hopefully we can do the next one a little bit more correctly. And I feel like I'm getting pretty late into the game. Definitely getting harder. The mystery man. I know who the mystery man is. It's that guy that appears in every goddamn thing. That's him. Only 3. Only 3 pieces of evidence. Oh, this is the end, isn't it? Mr. Perlman, your final case. We are looking for the murderer of Archbishop Tura. On successful completion of this case, we will be depositing $10,000 into your bank account. Please do not disappoint us. Vincenzo Tura was found brutally stabbed to death in the early hours underneath the altar at St. Matthias's Church, Budapest. Authorities have not determined a cause. Here we go. It's the killing from the very beginning. There may be ideological motives. Scrawled above the altar was the word Ratline. Police are continuing to look for leads. I mean, I think I might have someone here. I think it might be you, but we're gonna get back to that. Been stabbed. It's the Ratline. The Ratline. It all comes back to the Ratline, doesn't it? I can't look up Ratline, can I? Bishop. Oh, excuse me. It's not going to be easy to find these last pieces of evidence, is it? Budapest. Yeah, nothing I can look for in the article is giving me anything. How is there new stuff that I can find that is like... Can I call them? Can I just call St. Matthias's church? I can. Okay, maybe that's where I start. Hello, St. Matthias's Church. This is Elsa Chapdelaine speaking. Hello, Elsa. My name is Saul Perlman. I'm looking into Bishop Tour's death. So many months after, I thought the police inquiry was closed. I'm pursuing the matter privately. Could I possibly ask you some questions? I doubt I will have anything that I didn't already tell the police, but of course I will help. How did you know Bishop Tura? I had originally been working with him for many years. He was originally a priest in Rome. I had taken my vows and was due to join the monastery of St. Augustino's, but you never joined. He was very insistent. He convinced me to stay and do his books. I always had a talent for numbers. In time, I managed all elements of the church and moved with him to Budapest. This was just after the war. What was Rome like back then? It was a pretty wild place. Not that I have much time for wildness. It was an unoccupied city teeming with all sorts of people. Refugees, spies, Nazis. Now, Mr. Pearl... Oh, I did not get to read that. Being a Nazi isn't a private view, Mrs. Chapdelaine. Well, it certainly wasn't my business. I'll go back and read that. What was Bishop Tura like as a man? He was a man of great passions, a true humanitarian. He spent considerable time working for the Red Cross, arranging passports. Exactly, he sank countless hours into helping people in dire need leave the country for opportunities abroad. Have you ever heard of the Siegfried? That is not what I know. Is that a passenger ship? It is. Well, I don't know it. Whoops. Oh, well, I guess now I can read it. Accidentally clicked the same thing again. It doesn't pay to be rude. I know nothing about that, and it is never polite to ask what private views people hold. I don't think there are any clues in there. Did you see anything suspicious the night of his death? Mr. Perlman, I've already told the story so many times. Just once more, please. Okay, my room is at the back of the church. All day the bishop seemed unusually tense. He was pacing back and forth a lot. Did he say what he was tense about? No, but he had a bag packed. I assume he was going on some short-term mission work. Was that usual? Less than it used to be. When we were in Rome, he was always disappearing off on short trips to Europe, America, Argentina particularly. So what happened next? I had been helping out painting the nave. He wanted it sunshine yellow. That took a few... Isn't that the color that the words were written in? And then? I left around 6, leaving the bishop in his study. He was busy writing something. What happened after you left? Did he write the word Ratline? I went home to sleep. I was awoken in the middle of the night. By what? A young police officer saying the bishop had been murdered. And you're quite certain you don't know who the bishop was meeting with? Who says he was meeting with someone? Well, if he was tense on the day of his murder, it suggests that perhaps he was meeting someone. Perhaps something went wrong. Oh my, I never really thought about it that way. Come to think of it, there was something very small. What's that? That morning, I was walking down the street to the church. I saw someone and thought looked like Daniel. Daniel? He was an American we knew in Rome. I used to see him with the bishop often in Rome. They were at that cafe owned by John. I forget the name. What did he look like? Oh, he always looked the same. Small man, slight, very bald, square glasses. Are you sure? No, just a passing thought. Did Bishop Tura keep any weapons on his person? Yes, it might surprise you, but priests were frequently robbed. He kept a short, black-handed knife on him at all times. Excuse me. Is that the same knife he was murdered with? It was. The assailant must have snatched it from him. Or maybe he attacked the person and then the person attacked him back. How do I keep clicking on this and then getting sucked into the... Okay, well, I mean, this might be a red herring. What? I need to tell you the truth about Bishop Tura. What do you mean? He helped certain people flee to the country. Of course, refugees. No, they were wanted men and women, Nazis. What? Tura gave them shelter, found them passports, and sent them to safe places where they thrived. Mr. Perlman, I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. This is a man who I've known for 25 years. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. I can't say anything. I feel totally broken. You'll pardon me. I must go. Elsa, I... Well, I mean, I had to tell her, right? If the button's there, you gotta push the button. Okay. So this could be a Mr. Daniel. And it's probably a red herring of some kind. But not much of a mystery man if he's everywhere. Very true. So where have we seen this guy? And what is his story? He's here as well. This is him. He's here. Why is he always there? It gets weirder and weirder the further you go. I don't think he's in this one. I mean, this guy's bald, but I don't think that's him. I think you do see him somewhere in here. That, I think, is him. And that might be Bishop Tura. We finally have a photo of Bishop Tura, so we can start comparing it. Don't think he's there. I saw someone bald, but it's not the same guy. Don't think he's in this one. We'll just start with this. We'll start with this. This could be him. I don't think this is him, but we can pin it just in case for comparison. That's him, and that's the bishop, I think. Okay, where do we go from here? He keeps showing up. We think his name is Daniel. There's probably some leads I can follow up on here. Sunshine yellow. Is this one of those things where I just have to Google search very specific things? No. No. Wasn't there another, Elsa Chapdelaine. I can't just look you up, can I? Chapdelaine. Saint August. Oh, it's just that. Augustine. No. Budapest. No. There was something else in here I could look up. Wasn't it the Red Cross? He was the carnival's mirror picture. Oh, good catch. Good catch. Yep, you're absolutely right. He was there for that one. I think I said he wasn't there, but he was absolutely there. He's there when the guy dies, yeah. He's like... This one right here. Oh, wait, I think you're talking... Are you talking about a different one as well? Wait, the carnival's mirror picture. I think that's the one you meant, right? Did you notice the silencer is actually visible on the meaty guy's desk? Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that one's right there on the... It's right here, compressor. You can indeed see it. So yeah, this guy could be a red herring. Could be him. But for some reason, he's just everywhere. This guy. So I guess this is the oldest picture, and this is probably Bishop Tura, isn't it? Yeah, that's him. That's absolutely Bishop Tura in the background. So they're loading up the Siegfried. We got Anneliese Hoffman and Helmut Schlosser. I forget what this guy's name is, but he's going. Fisher. And they're all going to England or Scotland. So that happened. And then this happened as well. They were also transporting people after they got to America along Tristan Transit and sending them to, what is this, R and Co? I can't do and Co. It's not going to be that easy, is it? That's those people that that's those lawyers, isn't it? Yeah. Where are they? I've got a phone call with them, don't I? No specific case, East India Company. No, it's not Pelican Partners. Wait, who is this? I didn't even pay attention to this. Does this match anything that I've seen? We can go back to the Hoffmans, I suppose, and look at yeah, Pelican Partners is not the same as something and Co. Do I have anything with these guys? Okay, maybe I need to like figure out who this something and Co is. Do these guys even have ampersands in their names? Garda Type Co. That's not quite the same. Hopper and Co. Oh, they did the catering, didn't they? And I called them before, and can I call them again now? Maybe people don't pick up until it's time. Hopper and Co. Hello, Hopper and Co. Importer, exporter? Hello, I'm looking to speak to Daniel. Daniel, I'm afraid we don't have anyone answering that name here. My name is Saul Perlman. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking to... You don't have to come right out the gate that strong. Oh my, that sounds quite shocking. I'm looking for a man with an interest in dentistry, bus tours, and the maritime industries. Was this supposed to be a really difficult find? I feel like I found this by accident. Sounds like quite a gentleman. He wrote a letter that he left with a friend. I've read it. What? Did I skip ahead? A letter that he left with a... What? I've been chasing down Bishop... I did skip ahead. How have I done this? I've skipped ahead. I've been chasing down Bishop Tura's Ratline, all criminals. This, though, is different. Why is that? You tell me. Who are you? Well, I suppose now's the time. My name is Daniel Hopper. Your code name? That is all I can give for now. I've worked for the American government for 30 years. I served as a Did I just skip to the ending? I served as a signals officer and then after the war was stationed in Rome, where you recruited Nazis. Yes, I did. Why did you do that? After the war, Stalin and the Russians were... I need to find this letter. This sounds important. were threatening to move into Western Europe. The government was very concerned about stopping them by any means. Why Nazis? They weren't all Nazis, just the ones on the Ratline. Rome was teeming with spies of every nationality. However, prominent Nazis often still possessed strong networks. They could give us information about the Russians. From fighting them? Exactly. How did you do it? In 1945, I met Father Vincenzo Tura. He was a young, dull priest with a bet for money and a loathing of communists and Jews alike. Found out he was sheltering friends, family, and associates of the Hoffmans, so you arranged to meet. We arranged for them to continue their passage to the Americas in exchange for an ongoing supply of information. In doing so, you excused them of crimes, such as murder. We did. Regrettably, I don't want to say it was a different time. But you will. I make no excuses. It was deplorable. Why did you have a change of heart? Today, look at us. We fought so hard, and yet the fascists are out in the streets again. No kidding. We had not only protected these people then, but continued to protect them, including ignoring their crimes. Oh wait, this is in the 70s. What was going on in the 70s? Annalise Hoffman murdering her husband. The murder of Harlan Cottrell, Rainer Wilson, Cyril Lampton. Not to mention the misery visited upon entire countries by those Nazi heads of police. You realized we had gone too far. Yes, we had lost our way and become the enemy. So you drafted your letters to the CIA? Yes, you skipped the other two things. Who might know more about the bishop? On the phone. I sent them. Oh, I should have called the other church, I guess? Yeah, there could be a connection. Maybe? I was dismissed. I feared immediately for my life. But before I left, I destroyed their Ratline files, their identities and locations. Yes, so no one could use them, at least until I told the world. What happened to Bishop Tura? After I was fired from the CIA, I passed some of my papers to my close friend John at Cafe 405. I then went to see the bishop. What did you want to say to him? I wanted to convince him to release the Ratline to the authorities. When I arrived, it was just after dusk. He was pacing in front of his altar, clearly agitated. What happened then? I had brought the Ratline written down with me. I spoke with him briefly. I pleaded with him. Instead, he pulled a knife on me. Why? He knew that if I went public, it would be the end of him. It was me or him. He struggled. We did. In the struggle, I grabbed the knife from him. He came at me and I stabbed him. He fell at the foot of the altar. So then what happened? I was overcome with anger. I've just called this man out of nowhere because I thought this was a catering company that did catering for the art expo. And so I called, and now this guy's like, yeah, I murdered the bishop. Okay. Never mind. I'm supposed to read a letter that was, I think, very important. It's something else, apparently. I took the list, placed it against his chest, and drove the knife in. There was a tin of paint nearby. I took up the brush and painted the word Ratline above the altar. You wanted to spread the word. You didn't have to confess that. You could have just pretended to be a caterer. I didn't know anything. Someone got there first. They got the list. Your employers. Who are they? You tell me. You expect me to believe you that you didn't just murder him in cold blood to cover your tracks or exact your version of justice? It's all I could offer. Funny, isn't it, how he ended up murdered so theatrically? They say the Lord works in mysterious ways. Divine judgment, perhaps. I suppose that makes you Azrael, then, not Daniel, an avenging angel. I suppose so. What happens now? So what happens now? Well, Saul, either you believe me or you don't. If you want to hand me into your masters, you could tell them my name. Daniel Hopper of Chicago. I'm sure you have a photo or three. And if I don't, if I believe you, tell them that I have Alfred Campbell of Baltimore. Same photos. Then what? There's not two different endings I could get. If you take my side, we can get down to some real work. It will be dangerous, but we can finally bring justice to those who deserve it. Hunting down Nazis? Of course. And if I hand you in, well then, you can take your master's pay packet and go back to your regular life. For a while, at least. Goodbye. Good day, Mr. Perlman. Oh, okay. Alright, hold on. I mean, maybe we'll get back to that. Maybe we'll get back to that. I'm not crazy, right? Like, I see and co, and then I'm like, oh, maybe there's like a clue here. So then I called these guys before as well, because they were listed as the caterers for that one thing. And that's usually what you're supposed to do in this game, is you call any companies that show up in anything. Unless you've already called the church. And there's a place that Daniel and the church lady mentioned you can call. Well, how come he's telling me to call somewhere? A letter that he left with a friend. Wait, maybe I did. I feel like I did read. No, I didn't read that letter. I think. There's a church in Rome, you're telling me. That's the one from here, right? I think I tried to find the St. Augustino's, but if I go to S, is it there? St. Matthias's. I don't see St. Augustino's. Unless it's just Augustino's? No. Can I... El Sol Cafe. Skipped ahead a bit here. Skipped ahead just a little bit. Dear books. Support. Cotton Partners. I've called them before. They just also mentioned you're supposed to pick it from the church lady. Okay. Did you join the monastery? The Red Cross? I can't call the Red Cross. Oh, a cafe owned by John. Okay. I assume that must be it, right? That's probably what I'm looking for. And then he also says it, right? I think I skipped past it. It's somewhere before he confesses to the murder, right? Cafe 405. Well, how would I know that was the cafe from the, is that a Hoffman cafe? Could I have found it that way? Okay, let's pretend that I didn't just get that other phone call. Cafe 405, are you looking to make a booking? I'm afraid not. I'm looking to speak with John. Hang on a second, I'll get him. John Smith, manager, how can I help? Hello, John. I'm Saul Perlman. I'm calling about Daniel and Bishop Tura. Aha, I was wondering when this day would come. Shoot. Who is Daniel? Daniel, that's his code name, was a spy. He worked for the Americans in Rome. Used to meet contacts here, including Bishop Tura, or as I knew him, Vincenzo. Do you know his surname? No, he was always Daniel to me. I caught DH once, though. What did he and the priest meet about? I didn't know at the time, but they were meeting about some of the people in Tura's care. Choir boys? I think we both know what that means. This was Rome in the 1940s. Nazis. What did Daniel have to do with that? He was looking to recruit them. As what? Spies. For who? Gosh, you're a bit simple, aren't you? The Americans, of course. Daniel was CIA. Did the Nazis come by with them? Frequently. They needed to straighten out paperwork. Who did you see? Well, there was a very beautiful girl with her husband. I recognized her straight away, of course, and if you're worth your salt, you'll know who I'm talking about. I do. Annalise Hoffman? Though I must be careful what I say around here. This is a Hoffman property now. It is. Oh, that's how I would have found it, is that it was a Hoffman property, sure. Irony of ironies. I, however, remain unchanged. Part of the furniture. And yes, John Smith is my real name. Who else did you see? Oh, a litany of criminals. Stormer, Moreau, the whole damn bunch. Old Vinny certainly could pick 'em. How so? Just about the worst of the bunch. Rich as well. I'm sure Vinny did it out of the kindness of his Nazi heart, but there was a lot of money changing hands. He took payment. Oh, for sure. Tura got paid twice. Once by the Nazi fugitives, again by the CIA. What can I say? Priests around here love money. Even more than helping Nazis? Why choose? Have you seen Daniel recently? I have. Daniel came by several months ago, a few weeks before old Vinny was off. Seems he'd had a change of heart. Change of heart. Well, he dropped off some documents with me. Said to wait until the time was right. They speak for themselves. Will you send them to me? Can you put them out there? I can. Seems like he'd become estranged from his former employer. He no longer works for the CIA. So it would seem. Quite cut up about the whole venture. How so? Like I say, I think he'd come to believe that the whole venture was wrong. I could have told him that back then for free. Where is he now? Do you know where he is now? My feeling is, if Daniel wants you to find him, he'll show you the way. I need a little more than that. He mentioned visiting some of his past acquaintances. Has your surveillance turned him up anywhere? I don't know. Well, keep looking. He also likes to get in bed with them a little. Intertwined business interests, and there's a strong paper trail. What does that mean? Look for any common threads you can tug on. You'll find him. Thanks, I guess. That's all. Thanks. Send Daniel. So I guess I'm supposed to see that, and then... Is that all the evidence? That's all the evidence. Okay. Interesting. All were recruited by list of Operation Trident operatives. Okay. You're meant to find it on that Hoffman structure thing. That makes sense. Ralph Schultz, Fred Schultz, Wolfgang Fischer, Annelies Hoffman. This is all the guys I found. I found them all. Patrice Moreau, Nico Schroeder, Hardenberg, Liesel Hardenberg. All have been protected from judicial process in accordance with the Nuremberg Articles. It is time for this to end. I mean, you need to give my... Wait, hello? You need to give my solution to the... You need to know who they are now. This list is not actually that helpful. You need to know where they're living. Memorandum for the record. Operation Trident. Operations Deputy Director. 1945 to 48, significant efforts were made to recruit ex-Nazi fugitives, as American agents in order to stop the incursion of communism into Western Europe. This was largely headed by my team in Rome, with significant success. Operation Trident, however, was never disbanded and still serves to protect these agents far beyond reasonable measures. As the key proponent of Operation Trident, I served my country at a time of pressing need. However, I feel now that it is incumbent on us to start revealing our role in protecting war criminals and murderers. Not only have we protected the children of powerful families such as the Hoffmans, but also enriched and empowered vicious killers such as Stormer, Schroeder, and Moreau. Finally, we have turned a blind eye to contemporary crimes committed by our agents, including the murder of a senator. It is my view that the entire program must be disbanded immediately, with materials released to Congress for scrutiny. If this does not come to pass, I will be forced to rely on established measures beyond the agency's control. This matter must be settled. Deputy Director. My leap to Hoffman & Co. is quite common. Or Hopper & Co. There's also the fact I just tried to call them before and wasn't able to, which I feel like means that... So the question is, do I believe him? What are the two alternative things? Murdered him in cold blood to cover your tracks or exact your... I mean, I can't decide which one it is, apparently. Whether he was covering his tracks, but he hasn't covered his tracks. He's... Or maybe, I guess he's saying, like, well, you found me now, so I give up. If you want to hand me in, tell them Daniel Hopper of Chicago. If I believe him, I say Alfred... I'm leaning towards believing him, because I feel like... We'll put in the one where we believe him, and then we're going to look over everything one more time, I think. We can look over everything. It sounds like if he's telling the truth, we're going to catch more of these guys if I... Because his superiors are... Wait, what? Oh, surname. I didn't actually click surname. Baltimore. He just gives me everything here. He knows how he knows my process, so he's like, yeah, just fill it in like this. Does that mean an innocent person is going to get arrested, though? Is this like a fake name and location? Alfred Campbell of Baltimore. I could also be clever and choose which photo to use of him. Do we like this photo? I knew this was you the whole time. I spotted you here. You were here. Can I not drag him from here? Oh, I can't drag anyone from here for some reason. Okay, I'm not allowed to use that one, I guess. I like this photo. Also, this is not him. That's not the same guy at all. That's just a completely different bald priest. Okay. So... Is there anything suspicious? If we're trying to guess whether this guy is telling the truth or not, let's just go back. This was on my wall, and he knew it was on my wall. We still don't know how he could see into my office. The phone call, right? Phone call number 1. Let's go all the way back just to be thorough about these things, just in case. I'm not joking, Mr. Perlman. What does the Ratline mean to you? How about Bishop Tura? You have an article about him on your wall. How is he spying on me? What did he do? We still don't... okay. He wrote extensively about how the Catholic Church and National Socialists could become allies. Later, he put his words into action. He used his influence to remove them from prison, hid them in his monastery, secured documents, and arranged transport. I mean, he's not contradicting himself at all, so I guess he's been consistent in what he's been telling me. And this means the reasons they weren't arrested is because he didn't have enough power to get some of these guys arrested. Because the CIA didn't want them arrested. So he's like, we need to release their names. We need to serve justice. The reason why he's so mysterious is because he's defying the CIA, according to him anyway. I think he's telling the truth. He hasn't been paying me, but I guess he just doesn't have any money. And the people I think I've said the whole time, the people that I'm catching are bad guys. Here's a big, wait, what? Here's a big long line of dialogue ready to be shown to the... Why does this show up here? I don't remember this being here. Okay, fair enough. I've had hard matzo balls in my soup. Could I get a plaque perhaps? I bet that's what I get at the end as a reference. We're done here. You only have a little further to go. Is this the part where he threatens me? I thought you killed Bishop Tura. It turns out he did. Okay, so I said we were done, and then I took it back. So Diego is his buddy. I mean, there's nothing... I think I just trust him, right? I feel like I just trust him. Getting duped. You've been working for the bad guys. The guy on the phone earlier is not Daniel. I hope that's not a spoiler. But how would I know it's not Daniel? Hold on. I'm going to try to figure that out. The guy on the phone is not Daniel? The killer could be someone else. Okay, let's look at this. Let's go back and look a bit more. What is so suspicious about these stories that I'm hearing? True humanitarian. He was working for the Red Cross. He was pacing back and forth. We heard about that. You know what I haven't looked at very much is the photo. Wonder if there could be some handwriting comparison going on here. Also, he looks weirdly blue. Maybe that's just what happens after you get stabbed. I'm not a doctor. A young police officer saying the bishop had been murdered. You don't know who the bishop was meeting with. I mean, this is the guy that we see talking to the bishop over and over again. This might not be Daniel. This might not be Daniel. So maybe John was the one on the phone. But John wouldn't want to incriminate himself by getting the Ratline list revealed, I think. He was an American. So Elsa is telling me that I've been working for the bad guys. Oh, earlier in the game I was working for the bad guys. Oh, the guy on the phone. Oh, wait a minute. What? Hold on a second. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. This isn't Daniel. Why does the CIA want me to find these guys then? Don't they already know where they are? Or is it someone besides the CIA or Daniel? Because we've got... Daniel's the deputy director of the CIA. I mean, I could just send it and see. This guy that I'm talking to now seems trustworthy. He's like, reveal this list of people. I've seen the list of people. I've looked at a lot of news articles and like independent sources that are telling me that these guys are doing very bad things now. So I know the list of names I'm releasing. Like, I know who these people are. I want to release this list based on stuff that I've independently seen about these people. So I think I go with the person that's saying release the list, who's telling me to say Alfred Campbell in Baltimore and send this photo. I'm gonna pet the dog for luck, and then I'm gonna send it. I've got your man. We need to talk. What happens now? Pet the dog again. Open the window so I get some... Actually, know what? Maybe we leave our windows. Can I, like, lock it? I can't lock it. Whatever song this is, we'll play this. Is it not locking onto a station? Wait, I can drag this? I don't remember being able to do that. Okay, there's probably secrets in here, but I'm just gonna sleep and see what happens. Read the Hopper and Co. Call again in full. Oh, whoops. A bit late for that, but let's see what happens. I can go back to it, hopefully. It's done. I found them all. I need to stop, though. The whole thing was a CIA operation. We can't go any further. It's too dangerous. We know. You do? Yes, we are the CIA. Oh, okay, this is what you're talking about. What? We're the same people who worked for the director until he changed his mind. So you're not hunting Nazis for justice? No, our deputy director destroyed their files. You helped recover the assets. This is a complicated... Oh! Okay, I understand now. I understand. We have our interests like anyone else. Hey, don't you talk to me like I'm chopped liver. You used me. We did what we had to. Our director turned his back on the mission. Unfortunately, his new vision did not align with ours. We see value in maintaining our prized assets. But why me? Why didn't you look for them yourselves? We needed clean hands, plus deniability. You're despicable. Perhaps, perhaps. So what happens now? What happens to the people I've tracked down? They will likely be reintegrated into the U.S. espionage program, or else eliminated. This isn't it. You've not heard the last of me. I'll tell the world. And who will believe you, Mr. Perlman? You're just a washed-up detective with a dog and a few sad stories. You don't have a dog. Jesus. No, Mr. Perlman. Just us. Sleep well. Okay, now I feel like I understand the whole story from that explanation. It's because the list was destroyed. Oh, these are everyone. Canadian dentist, Simon Jones. That's every news agency in the world. Why would I go outside? Is it not super dangerous? Oh, I'm meeting them. Also, I guess I have to go outside at some point. Oh, so ready to get to work? Yeah, put him in the rat hole. Start pulling on the rat line. Again. That was the rat from earlier. We saw him in the garbage. Oh, this is a really fun game. I'm glad it was explained to me in the end who was calling me the whole time and how they were the bad guys. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, I've been able to jump between chapters the whole time, but I feel like it would have been kind of inconvenient to go and look at the things that I wanted to look at, because it was just very specific things that I wanted to see before. Like I wanted to see, is the case even going to be completed, or is it just letting me redo it? It's probably there to let me redo it. Yeah. So it wouldn't even show me the answers that I got before. That was like the one thing, because I could go back and look at all the evidence from before during the cases, but I was like, there were times where I wanted to see my answers, and only some of the cases have that little write-up at the end. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. Saul survived the rat hole. That's where most of the info is. I did get tripped up at the end seeing things out of order. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I don't know why wait, why is this? What's this about the CIA? What? I clicked the CIA link. German, is this happened in real life? German nationalist and neo-Nazi activities in Argentina. State Department this is just the real life Ratline? A lot of this is still redacted. WH division. This is on CIA.gov. This is real. You've got the game's Discord, right? Then you've got the Steam page, and then you've got this CIA declassified document on real life Nazis in Argentina. Okay, interesting. Might read this at some point. How long is this? So that's like 61 pages. I mean, why not learn something when you're playing after you play a game? I think I knew about this. Like, I knew that a lot of the Nazis went to Argentina after the war, and I've heard about Operation Paperclip. I didn't know like a lot of the details. It looks like this document is just linked here so that you can learn like here's everything about it in real life that you might want to know. Okay. Well then. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I also hope the devs make more games. And you know, I just want more notebook games in general. I want more Golden Idol likes. I am still working on a Golden Idol video in addition to streaming. It's going to be another long one to make because it's another history one, which means I got to do a lot of research. But I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I think I know the overall structure of the video. It's a little bit harder than the Oliver Cromwell one because I feel like I don't have as much of like a focused single period of history to look at. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Gonna be off now. But the bundle, but this one's only playable on Mac. Oh dear. Hopefully they make it more only playable on Mac. Yeah, hopefully they are able to fix that at some point. The dog has its own audio slider? Okay, I need to quit because I'm gonna keep getting distracted by things. Anyway, see you around. Thanks for watching. Got a new game in your sights to stream? Don't know yet. I think there's something called like Lorelei that's like a puzzle game that is recommended alongside other Golden Idol likes. It might be one of those. I'll see. But yeah.